Whoa. 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 Wow. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Uh-huh. Wow. Wow. Oh! Oh! Woo! All right, are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? Yo, what's up? Okay, let's see what's up, guys. Yo, turn down those dang cartoons. Woo! You guys ready? Can you guys guess what the soundtrack is? Can you guess what this soundtrack is before I turn it off? Anybody guess? Better than you remember, better than you think. Anybody know? What's up, Raven? It is Ninja Gaiden 4. What's up, Lou? What's up, Kikai? What's up, Brandon Day? Raven and Roses? Pigzock? Loxy? Stephen G? What's up, everybody? Young Bree, money back. Turn down that ninja stuff, all right? Let's get started. Now, listen, you guys. Let's get right to it. Here's what's happening today. We're going to rank the best games of the year that we've played on this channel. Specifically, that we've played on this channel. So what I mean is, there's going to be game. Obviously, this is not like all 400 games that came out this year or something, right? This is all the games that I and we have played here live on the channel this year. If I'm missing any, let me know now and I'll add it. I think this is all of them. Okay? You guys are going to be welcome to share your own opinions. If I didn't play anything that needed to be in this list, maybe that needs to get added to the proverbial list for this coming year. You know, if we didn't play one. I played all the good games. That's great. Okay, and so I thought about how to do this, and I was like, well, it's not going to be as fun. Hear me out. It's not going to be as fun if I did a normal tier list. And because I would just be putting several of these in like the S tier, you know? And what's the fun in that? So keep in mind before we get rolling here, guys. Okay? There's going to be some hot takes. Okay? I'm sure some of you guys are going to have some hot takes. Let's keep it nice and civil. Okay? But I will say this. This way, we're forced to rank it like this. But every game in this list, there's a lot of great games. This is the best games that I've played this year, like for real. These are the games I've played on the channel, but I've played other stuff off stream too. So I'm saying like these are the best games of the year on this channel. So they're all good. So even whatever I put down here, I'm saying when we get to 15 and whatever, it's not like a terrible game. That would be a different list. That would be the worst games. All right. So let's get it going. Right. Some of these you forgot even came out. Huh? Me too. Silent Hill F I haven't played. I know. I think we've kind of still got it lingering in the background. There's some stuff I haven't gotten to. Now, we should say right out of the gate, this year has been an absolute just mad powerhouse of a year for games, has it not? There's been so many good games. I mean, there's been more games. This has got to be probably one of the best years for gaming since like what? When did what was the year like Halo 3 and everything else came out? Like Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, like all that stuff. I feel like one of those years. This is like the best. What's up, Trey? I'm just saying, this is a great year. Okay? And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we didn't get GTA 6 this year. You know? Because then it would just be even crazier. But let's get started, okay? I'm going to do this in no particular order. This is just kind of thrown in here randomly. And I don't know where I'm going to put them. So in this list in particular, stuff's going to get moved around a lot as we go. All right? It's just going to, that's going to be the flow. You ready? So Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Okay? This might not have been on everybody's radar, but I do think it put Ninja Gaiden back on a lot of people's radar. This is the remaster of Ninja Gaiden 2 that came out. I don't even remember how long now. What was this, like midway through the year? But it was like the whole Unreal Engine hybrid kind of thing again, where they remade the game. And listen, this game, it's a mixed bag. Because on one hand, I'm talking about this one. I'm talking this one here. Ryu Hayabusa, the legend. The legend. Now, I bet some of these games are going to be higher and lower than you guys might expect. You're going to be shocked. We'll see. Hold on, let me turn down this Choral Chambers. By the way, shout out to Choral Chambers. Best soundtrack. Now, on one hand, this was a sick remake. They brought a lot of the gore back. It looks great. It mostly runs great. It wasn't the best. It had some of that Unreal Engine janky. Okay? Chop chop. And also, it took portions from Sigma and not just, the pure Ninja Gaiden 2. And it kind of was a mixed bag in that respect. So it did leave the authentic fans divided, okay? Much like Ninja Gaiden 4, which will also be in this list, Lou. What's up, P. Dudley, Mad Chit? Welcome to the party. Okay? So, on one hand, this was like dope and a cool, fresh remake graphically, and I love that they brought the gore back. But most importantly, I love that it kind of brought some hype to Ninja Gaiden right as they were leading up to doing Ninja Gaiden 4. Okay? And clearly that was like the whole purpose of this game for them, was to try to get some hype going leading into Ninja Gaiden 4. And you know what though? I think it worked. I think it did that. I think a bunch of people played this, whether they played it before or not, and I think they thought it was cool. Okay? So I don't think this was bad. I don't think this is bad. I think this is great, but not the best. I'm going to just kind of throw it somewhere in here until we get moving. Like, I'm going to think like 10. I'm going to start with 10. It's somewhere in the mid. It's definitely somewhere in the mid, We'll start there. But it was good. It could have been better. Unreal needs better performance. We're going to run into that again, too, as we go. Watch. Now, here's one that a lot of you probably definitely forgot about. You guys, you recognize this? Anybody heard of this game? This obscure title that I found on eBay? You guys recognize this? Yo, what's up, Emma? Who made this list? Me. This is my list. This is the games we've played on this year, on this channel. We've got Mario Kart World. Fresh out the box with the Nintendo Switch 2. Right? And you know what? It was super fun. Haven't really played it again. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you in the list. I think it's good. I'm not a hater of this game. I know there's been a lot of games that have come out. I mean, sorry, there's been a lot of gamers that have come out and that have been dunking on this Mario Kart and they don't like things about it. I actually thought it was one of the better Mario Karts. I'm sorry. I liked all the new parkour, Tony Hawk style grindy stuff and all the fun stuff you could do. The open world feels a little bit undercooked. There's some cool stuff when you're driving around and little challenges, but it feels like you could have done a whole thing if you were going to do that. I don't know. So it was fun. And I feel like if you're in the right setting, I guess, and you've got like a bunch of people living in your house and you're playing party games, then this is probably where it's at. It's not bad. It is a great Mario Kart, but you got to have a Nintendo Switch 2. That already sucks. You know? And so like, I don't know. This is honestly kind of low for me. I didn't even remember till right now. Mario Kart World's kind of low for me. I'm going to go down like maybe, I'm going to put it like 13 for now. This is a list out of 16, all the way to Game of the Year for us. Yeah, there's no Night Rain, you guys. That's why I'm happy you're explaining in the chat. Get your favorites out there. If it's not represented here, that's fine. This is dope if you're in the right setting with the right people, I guess. But, you know, how often is that going to happen, I guess, for some people? Who knows? So, 13. 13 for now. I kind of forgot all about it. Even though it was fun, I forgot all about it, okay? Now, here's a spicier one. One that I care more about, at least. Oblivion, guys. Who said they forgot this came out? Who said that? Who forgot this came out? Oblivion Remastered did come out. And let me remind you. This was a dope shadow drop. This was a dope shadow drop. Like, they came out of nowhere. And we're just like, oh, here's Oblivion Remastered. Which, for me, their best game. Like, not this remaster, I guess, but Oblivion is their best one for me. It just is. I do love Morrowind. Hell yeah, I've played Morrowind a lot, believe it or not. I've played Oblivion way more. I like Oblivion more than Morrowind. I like Oblivion more than Skyrim, which I'm yet to play through. Maybe we'll do it eventually. I like it more than Fallout 3. I like it more than Fallout 4. So when they were going to remaster it, I was stoked. You know, we heard the leaks surrounding it. And then it was true. And it came out of nowhere. And they were just like, by the way, it's out right now, which was dope. That's always exciting. Okay? And you know what? This was good. This was a good remake, remaster, whatever. But the only problem, again, and this is, you're going to see a trend, you guys. I'm telling you, Ray, you're going to see a trend. Another one of those Unreal Engine, like, what the fuck? Why are we doing this? Why are we, like, using so much Unreal Engine when it runs like crap still, or, like, devs aren't able to optimize it right yet or something? I know it'll get better with time, and I can't blame the engine itself, but this is another one of those cases where it's like, they took, like, parts of the original engine, but then, like, attached it to, like, Unreal Engine 5 in, like, the Frankenstein build of an engine. And so, like, Unreal was doing all the visual upgrades. And, like, I was actually really impressed with how it worked out. Overall. I was skeptical going in, knowing it was some kind of Frankenstein like that. But it actually worked out. The visuals look great. I love the vibe of it. Could have been a little bit more green. Saturated in green and high fantasy. A little bit. Less dark like they went. But I still loved it. We played through it all, and then we even went through Shivering Isles, right? I think for the most part. And it was good, but by the time I was done, the nostalgia was wearing off, and I was ready to be done. But I did like it. It was a surprise heater coming out of Bethesda, okay? Who I've not been very fond of recently. It's going above Mario Kart. You know, it's going above Ninja Gaiden Black. Ooh, I think. Honestly, I think it is. Yeah. Like, maybe it wouldn't if we didn't get Ninja Gaiden 4. Spoiler for coming up here, but I think because we've got 4, I can maybe give Oblivion some grace. I'm gonna move it up to 7 for now. This was a good one. Demon Souls Remake this year? Bro, Demon Souls Remake was a launch title on the PS5, bro. No, not this year, but what's up? What's up, Raven? How are you, bro? Okay. How do you like my list so far? Let's see. What's next? Monster Hunter? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh good god. Oh good god, you guys. Really? Really? What's the chat think of Monster Hunter Wilds? What's the chat think of Monster Hunter Wilds? Oh yeah, sorry Raven, my bad. I should have said, this isn't just all the games I've played this year. It's games we've played this year that came out this year. So like new games. There'd be a lot more here. Half-Life 2 would be here. Bully would be here. Yeah. Okay. Monster Hunter Wilds mixed bag once again, guys. Another problem with performance. I'm sorry. Everybody knows it. I don't need to apologize. I take that back. It does kind of get some bad performance sometimes for me. Okay? But more than that, let me explain. Some of you know this. Some of you know this. But my lore with Monster Hunter, you guys, is I was just not that long ago exposed to Monster Hunter World for the first time for the series. And so we played through Monster Hunter World like years after it came out. Like I was way late to the party, okay? And I was just doing it. But I loved it so much. And then Iceborne was already out. So like, you know, so much time had gone by. So then I was able to play Iceborne. So I did like Monster Hunter World and Iceborne like back to back. It was like a month or more of just Monster Hunter World, okay? And I just loved it so much. And it just ran so good. I was playing on PC, max settings with the new high 4K textures or whatever it had. Oh my god. And it was like, it ran so good. It looked good. It was so fun. I was addicted to it. It was a huge chunk of the stream for a while. Some of you remember this. Mad Chit remembers this. Trey remembers this. You know? Hicksock as well. So anyway, I was like really high on Monster Hunter World. And what's up, KG? Welcome. Super high on it. It was so good. Okay? And I was really excited for Wilds. And I do think Wilds is a good game. I think for the initial playthrough, which I just did, like, started the game, played through, and fought all the monsters, right? Like, all the way through. But that was it. That's all I did, and that's all I wanted to do. And you can say it's my problem, skill issue, who knows? But I also think it was very easy. This could be because I was coming off of Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, and I was just, like, fresh with it. But, like, it was super easy. We didn't struggle that much. And obviously, it's like you could say, we got to wait for the harder ones or whatever to come out. But how long ago did this come out? Who's got it in the chat? How long ago did Monster Hunter Wilds come out? Because it's been X amount of time, and I have yet to want to turn it back on. I haven't wanted to turn it back on once. Sometimes you guys will come in. It came out in February. The beginning of the year. Bro, it came out at the beginning of the year. I played through it in like a couple weeks or something, and I was just done. And for some games, for some single-player games, sure, that's enough. But that's just not what you expect with Monster Hunter. You expect to, like, have ongoing fun content. I don't know. Like, some of you guys have come in and been like, there's a collab. There's this collab, that collab. I don't care, dude. Like, I need more than that. I need more. I need more. But I don't want to just dump on this game because it is a good game. My initial playthrough was fun, and I did like the monsters. I liked a lot of the new monster designs. I had a lot of fun with the fights, and it was a memorable playthrough. I just want more, and I want better performance. Right with the 22, I stand by it that this is a fantastic game. Thank you, Trey, for the 22-monther. Fat beads there. Beads swanging. I agree with you. I mean, I think at its core, like, I like the graphics. I like the style. I like the chocobo thing. What's it called again? I like all of that. I like how that even implemented into the gameplay, where it comes and swoops you up and carries you away, and you got to switch weapons on it. Like, I liked all of that. I liked the spider design of that thing, and some of the other monsters were cool. I loved some of the environmental stuff and the lightning hitting the ground and the environmental, like, pits you fight it in with the glass. There was a lot of cool stuff. Okay? And I hear you. You know, Wilds will get more content. Be patient. But, like, that's what I mean. So I'm saying my rating for Wilds is really based on... Hit the deck, you guys. Thanks again, Trey. It's based on, like... It was a fun 20-hour playthrough or something. What did I do? 20 or 30 hours. But I have not felt like I have wanted to go back and play it again. There's been nothing that I've seen that has made me want to go back and play it more. And the performance was not good. So you got to take all that into consideration, guys. But with that said, though, am I crazy to think that it's... I don't even know. Like, it might be on par with Oblivion. I don't even know if it's about... Am I crazy? We might need to stop the stream. Listen, I want you guys to know, I don't know how this is going to play out. I didn't plan this at all. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And I'm going with my gut, and I'm kind of even wondering if Monster Hunter is even better than Oblivion Remastered. I'm going to leave it right there for now. Because Oblivion Remastered at least had, like, the WoW shadow drop factor. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm going to leave it at... Why does it skip? These numbers are messed up, huh? Hold on. 7? 8? What happened here? I think we messed up. 9, 10, 11. There we go. So, yeah, 7 and 8 for now. We'll see. I got it. We got it. So 7 or 8, we'll see. I don't have... Ooh, yo, that's a spicy Viking meatball, you guys. Oh, shit. Listen, there's going to be a mix of people here that see this video. There's going to be people that are, like, kind of familiar with me and might kind of have a feeling where some of these are going. There's going to be other people that are just like, oh, the best games of the year? Like, what does this guy think? And they're going to be like, trash brain. This man has trash brain. Okay? Now, the first Berserker Kazan is so dope, you guys. It's so dope. Oh my good God, this game. What a playthrough this was, huh? What a playthrough this game was. Oh my God, dude. If you guys are sleeping on this game, so this is the Souls-like. This is like that kind of like anime, cel-shaded kind of. Well, no, it is. Berserker Kazan, dude. Souls-like that came out. And I kind of feel like maybe a lot of people slept on Berserker Kazan for 2 reasons. Okay? And you don't sleep on Berserker Kazan. You shouldn't sleep on Kazan. All right? 2 reasons. I think maybe number 1, it kind of came out in like the wake of just so many Souls-likes, right? There's just so many. Like, everyone's got different like definitions now, but like you had Black Myth, you had Stellar Blade, you had this one, you had Liza P, you had Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, Wu Long, Flying Monkey. There's so many. And I do love Souls-likes. They're some of my favorite. But so I think maybe some people slept on this a bit because they're just tired of Souls-likes. And then number 2, this game is harder than your mom after she gets stood up after a seafood dinner. Okay? This game is brutal. And most importantly, this game is badass. This is like probably, aside from Black Myth Wukong, if we're counting that as a Souls-like, this is my favorite Souls-like. It's gotta be. I have thought about this game more and more and more. By the time I was beating this game, I was like ready for it to be done because it just beat me into the ground so hard that I just like wanted it to be over. So by the time I beat it, I kind of just like stopped thinking about it for a while. But as I've gone back and thought about it more, it's like gotten even better in my mind. Which is the opposite of Lies of P, which we'll bring up shortly. Okay? So I just think this game is so good. And I think real ones know. And the great sword in this game, Jesus, good Lord, man. It is like the thunk. And the combat in this game is so good. It really did perfect a lot of the Souls-like stuff, especially with the great sword combat. Oh my God. I loved this game. I think the bosses were incredibly good. And I think it really only faltered and fell short in some areas, like the environmental design kind of was feeling stale a little bit after a while, you know. And I do think the game dragged on a little bit too long in the final level. You're getting really burnt out at the end, and that final level is a slog to push through with annoying enemies. But I just think overall, it was kind of a sleeper hit for me. Absolute banger of a game. Picture like a Souls-like, you know, like Lies of P, all these kind of games, but it's just like bloody, dude. Like the creatures, like remember fighting the Yeti even at the beginning with the white fur and it'll start bleeding and like, dude, I loved the bosses in this game. Loved it, dude. Shout out to Ozma. Eat your ass. I know you like to watch a stream. Now, Kazan, let me just do it one by one. It definitely goes above Ninja Gaiden Black. It stomps the shit out of Wilds. Boom, boom, boom. Stomps the shit out of Oblivion. Back, boom, boom. And then it's going to come probably like, dude. I mean, I'm going to start it at the top 3. We'll see what happens. I'm going to start it in the top 3. This one is not for the average Souls-like enjoyer, okay? This is the one that, you know, if you're ready to really step up your game, then you got to go there, okay? Great game. I can't wait to see what they do next. Death Stranding. Now, I might throw you guys for a loop on this one. Thoughts on Death Stranding, chat? Thoughts on Death Stranding, Branding Day? Branding Day? Death Branding Stranding Day? What do you think? Now, I was a supporter of Death Stranding 1, guys. When we played it, we played Death Stranding 1 for the first time last year, I think, right? It was like last year or the beginning of before. I think it was last year. But I enjoyed it, even though I also hated it. I think that's understandable, right? I like the weirdness of it. I'm talking about Death Stranding 1. Just hold on. I'll get to 2. I like the weirdness of it. And like the weird, campy, just like fourth wall breaking stupidness of it all, like was entertaining to me, where it overcame and I enjoyed 1. I did. Okay. So I was excited for 2. I was. Got it right away and we played through it. I think I'm just done, dude. I think I'm done with it. Like, I don't think I liked it that much. I'm sorry. Now, there were things I did like. I don't even know if I felt this way till this image just popped up. There were things I did like. It was better than 1. It's better than 1. It is. It's just got a lot more to the gameplay, a lot more to the, like, just creative, kind of play your own way stuff going on. Graphics are way better, actually. Performance is amazing. This is like the opposite of the Unreal Engine problem. This runs so good and looks so good. All that's better. And I do think even the story, like, he kind of leans into the craziness of it all, which is, but I think overall, this is better than Death Stranding 1. It is. But the fact is, I did play Death Stranding 1 recently, had a decent enough time because it was entertaining in several kind of ways, I guess. You know, I wasn't a hater that it's a walking sim, you know. I get it. Mario's not a jumping simulator, okay? The game's doing weird stuff and telling weird stories. I'm here for it. But I think by the time I got to 2, you guys, I don't know, dude. I just, like, I got kind of burnt out on it, dude. I just kind of got burnt out. I just need some more gameplay, dude. Like, I understand Kojima, and you can blame me for not knowing what I should expect with it being Kojima. I've played all the Metal Gears almost now, you know. I just got burnt out on it, man. Overall, better than the first game, but I just don't think... Good music, too, by the way. I don't think Death Stranding 2 is Game of the Year quality. Not quality, but, like, I don't think Death Stranding 2 is Game of the Year potential. I've seen some people saying it is. I don't think it is. I really don't. This is... Man, we're gonna have some hot takes. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of good stuff about the game. But I just don't care anymore, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not going to play it again. Not from what I can think right now. I feel like I'm going to play Ninja Gaiden Black again, probably. I don't know, dude. I think we got to go down. Like, I think it's somewhere right here, guys. I'm going to go 11, dude. I'm sorry. We got to just move on. Oh, man. You know what? Speaking of, let's do this real fast. Liza P. DLC. I put this in here because the DLC. And I wanted to talk about it. Let me tell you. Specific reason. In fact, it relates to what we were just saying. Liza P. Overture. DLC. I promise I'm not going to be a hater. Just listen up. I'm not going to hate on everything. What up, Tay? How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I was a huge fan of Liza P. Let's cut to the chase. I loved it when it came out. And when Liza P came out, at that time, Berserker Kazan was not out. And I said Liza P, best Souls-like. You know, not official Souls game. Best Souls-like game for me. It was. I loved it. I was eagerly awaiting the DLC. Okay? They took a while. They did. They took a while, right? And then finally it came out. I feel like my hype kind of started to die a little bit by the time it came out. But it's not like I wanted to rush. I'm happy they took their time, right? And I think the beginning half of this DLC was really good. I like the zoo a lot. The Krat Zoo. Yep. Well, that's funny you say that, Higzock, because you said Liza P was great aside from the last chapter. And that's like kind of how I feel about the DLC. But like almost down the middle. I think Krat Zoo at the beginning was starting out very strong. I digged walking into the snow, and then I digged the zoo. The zoo was so good. I feel like you could have just gave me even more zoo. The zoo was so good. But then everything after the zoo, I kind of feel like started to go downhill. There were some good bosses peppered throughout, okay? And the final boss is pretty epic, right? But you just, like, I remember even in my head, now that it's all murky and I can't remember it right, but like, I feel like you ended up going underground, and we just spent so much time underground in these like mine type areas or underground facilities. When it started out in this cool, like, abandoned zoo, I don't know, man. I just feel like it kind of fell off halfway through. And what's weirder is this, and this is why I wanted to bring it up after Berserker Kazan, okay? I want to explain this weird juxtaposition I have with Berserker Kazan and Liza P. And I can't really explain it other than just tell you guys, okay? When we played Berserker Kazan, It was so hard, right? And I kept, like, every boss in Kazan took me like a day or two on stream. It was like that long. They took forever to beat. And so by the time we were done with Kazan, I was so beaten down. I like was ready for it to be done. And I kind of like almost left it with like seemingly a bad taste in my mouth. Like maybe I was going to bitter on the game almost. And when I finished Lies of P, it was the opposite. I was like, man, that game was great, you know? But then it like completely flip-flopped. Where Lies of P DLC was about to come out. So we played through the base game again. I played through the base game of Lies of P again for the second time to get ready for the DLC. And that second playthrough of Lies of P did not hit good. I can't really put my finger on why. I was just like really not as impressed with the second playthrough I did. I don't know. You could just say, obviously, it's your second playthrough. You've seen it before. But like, I play a lot of these games I love like 3, 4, 5 times, you know? So I don't know. It didn't hit that hard. And then by the time we got to the DLC, I liked the zoo. It kind of reinvigorated me, but then it just kind of fell off again and I was just done. But then, ironically, Berserker Kazan, I'm like thinking back and it's like so good. It was so good. So I don't know, man. I think it was a decent DLC. I do not think this DLC is on the level of the old Hunters, like I've seen people say. People have said this is maybe Kazan ruined it for me. Yeah, people have said this is like old Hunter quality, like Bloodborne DLC. It's not. I don't think it is. I think it starts out that way, but it loses its path. And I'm not mad at you, Lies of P Overture. I'm just disappointed and worried that you lost your way. Okay? So, I'm going to go... Honestly, I like Death Stranding more. Overall. I mean, it's a whole game, and this is a DLC. I got to put it there. I think Mario Kart World maybe could stay. Something we're getting to the point where we might start moving stuff around. Okay? We're getting to the point we might start moving stuff around. But on to the next. Which happens to be your boy. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater. What do you think of that? Another remake for the books, you guys. Silent Hill 2 wasn't this year, right? Did I leave that out? That was last year, right? I was victimized by Kazan. Yeah, it was bad. Johnny! So, I was looking forward to this game, obviously. I think, you know, we did a run through the Metal Gear game, all the Metal Gear games, other than one. We still yet to do one. I have it on the list. But when I went through them all, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 3 are the best. I'll just say it now. So far, 2 and 3 were the best. I love them both. Kind of equally for different reasons. 2 and 3. The originals, okay? I liked 4 and 5 as well, but 2 and 3 were my favorite. So they were making 3 again. Cool. Another remake. Guess what I'm going to say about it, guys? Can you guess? Guess what kind of sucked? The performance. Not really. It wasn't that bad, but it was, again, another example from this year. Another example where it was Unreal Engine, dude. And, like, it definitely was not as bad as the other ones we just talked about. But, dude, it feels like it, man. I'm at this point now where I've played so many of these Unreal Engine. I'm done with these Unreal Engine remakes. I'm done. And I'm not saying it was bad, Hicksock. But I've just gotten to the point now where I can, like, just tell when I'm playing one of these Unreal Engine remakes, dude. Like, so no, it wasn't bad. I'm saying it. It's not like this was not on the level of Monster Hunter Wilds bad. But there are some drops. There's definitely some frame rate drops. It definitely was not feeling like I was getting 60 or more FPS the whole time. And you could argue, well, does it need to be like the game looks amazing? And it does. But dude, we're talking about remaking. Let's just be honest. When did Metal Gear 3 come out? When did Metal Gear 3 come out? Okay? The original one. What, 2005? What is it? So when we're remaking a game from 2000s, the early 2000s like that, the bare minimum, 2004? So when we're remaking a game from 2004, I feel like it's a pretty low baseline to give me 60 FPS locked. Bro, Kojima just gave me Death Stranding 2 at like 60 FPS locked with even more impressive visuals. So like, it's Unreal Engine, dude. They got to figure out how to optimize this shit. I'm tired of Unreal. It's Unreal. So, with that aside, everything else about the game was cool. I mean it. I'm not trying to dunk on it. This is going to place a little bit higher. I like this game. And if I go back and play Metal Gear 3, it'd probably be this. You know, I probably wouldn't go back and play the original right now, I guess. I'd probably play this again. It does have great visuals. It's not like the frame rate was that bad or anything. There were some times. This is, importantly, a true remake that's like true to the source material. They didn't cut anything out. They didn't do anything weird. They didn't take away Eva's boobs or anything. They didn't like, you know what I mean? They didn't like change the game. They just remade the game. They left in all the funny, weird stuff. So that was great. It was a good remake, okay? But, you know, I said my piece. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? More devs need to use Decima Engine? I don't think they can, though. That's the thing. Isn't it like a... I don't think it's just open for anybody to use. Unless I understand wrong. So let me see. It's better than Mario Kart. It's better than Liza P. DLC. It's better... It might nestle in. It might nestle in nicely right there. He looks kind of cozy right there, doesn't he? He looks kind of cozy because... I should say, did I mention it with Oblivion? I think so. Oblivion had the Unreal stuff I'm talking about, by the way. Yeah, I did. The frame rate in Oblivion was worse. By far worse than Metal Gear. Let's see what's coming next. It might be 6. Let's see what's coming next. It might be 6. Look at Kazan up there standing proud. Look at that. You would swap Oblivion and Delta? I don't know about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that, bro. How do you? Now it's good? Yeah. Okay. I think so. I'm going to leave it for now. We'll see. We'll see what moves around. Speak of the devil, you guys. Speak of the devil, Henry, my boy. All right. This might be one of the takes that's going to lose people here. Are you ready? Buckle up. Buckle up, my sweet summer children. Look. It's your boy. It's your boy. Henry's come to see us again. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, this is a game that's not for everybody. And I think it's clear, right? Not everyone's gonna like this game. I think this is an amazing game, dudes. Yep, I know lots of people could think it's boring. So here's the thing. If you don't know anything about this game, the easiest way to explain this game that hopefully could maybe onboard people that might like it but don't know about it. If you like the way that games like Oblivion or Skyrim play, you know, like the controls, the first person, the inventory, like if you like that kind of RPG style, like Oblivion, Skyrim type thing, chances are you're going to like this game, in my opinion. The only difference is, the two main differences is This one is like more historically accurate, so you don't have the dragons and the magic. And right there, that loses a lot of people, right? They're like, oh, you don't have the fun stuff then. Yeah, Tay, I will. Thank you for reminding me. Give me a minute. Yo, what up, Steven? How you doing, bro? So it doesn't have the dragons and the magic and the elves, you know, but it's like a genuine medieval RPG. But if you're okay with that, then it plays like Skyrim and Oblivion kind of, but it's a little bit more like almost like survival realistic type stuff, you know, where if you get wounded, you'll bleed out. If you don't bandage it, you have to eat food or you get hungry and like stuff like that. And I'm feeling quite hungry. You know, I'm a fucking man and I'm man enough for this game. That's what it comes down to. Okay? I'm not a little bitch. I can handle this game and I did. And you know what? This game slaps. It does. And if not for no other reason than we barely get games like this. Think about it like that. Like Silk Song very well might even be game of the year. We'll see where we end up putting that. But you got to admit, even though Silk Song's like the best, it's amazing. How many like 2D Metroidvanias we get? You know what I mean? Like so many. This game, these are fucking rare, bro. These games are a rare breed. These games don't just come along every so often, especially on this scale. It's like photorealistic. These castles and this open environment. It's awesome. And there's a lot of, honestly, some low-key humor and just funny-ass shit in this game. Really good game. Really good dialogue. Way better than the first game. I did play the first game leading up to this game. So I like it. I liked it a lot, and it might surprise you guys to find I probably have like 100-something hours in this game. I probably put more hours in this game than I think any other game in the list so far. I got the most hours on this. But that might be because the nature of the game too, right? Like, you know, it's a slow game. But anyway, it's a good game. Okay? It's slept on for obvious reasons. I don't think it's for everybody. And I'll show you the update on the list, Tay. Just hold on. But I love this game. And I even played the DLCs, and the newest DLC just came out yesterday, and I'm going to check that out as well. It's the final DLC. So I'm feeling quite hungry, but it's not the perfect game. There's still problems, by the way, and I want to say one thing. It's one of those games that will have little bugs here and there. They've cleaned up a lot of it, but I want to say the weirdest thing. I want to say the weirdest thing about this game. If any of the devs are watching, okay, I just got to say, this game, even on the PS5 Pro, looks and runs amazing. It's great, okay? This was a game, if you guys don't remember, we got hooked up with a month early copy, and they even were really generous and hooked me up with a box of goodies and all this stuff, right? Super thankful, right? And I really do love the game. It's one of my best this year. When I first started playing it early, I mentioned this thing where there's like this weird seam on the characters, like where their neck connects to their chests, kind of the top of their chest here, okay? It's almost like you can see like this invisible seam where the two body parts connect, like it's not supposed to be there, okay? And I was playing it like a month early, and I mentioned like, I'm sure it's gonna get fixed, you know, it's like pretty obvious, glaring, right? And like, yo, King Kaya with the $1, thank you, bro. You're the best. And now, like I said, I've gone back and played this game so much. And there's been so many updates. And for some reason, they will not fix it. I don't know why. They won't fix it. I could turn on this game right now. And I can go up to any character. Mostly the women you'll see it on. Because the women are the characters where you can see that area. It's not covered by clothes, you know. And there'll be a seam. It's like this invisible. It almost looks like a necklace at first. But they all have it. It's like every woman character you can see. And here's why that's a problem. 2 reasons that's a problem. Okay? I mean it. 2 reasons. Number 1, the entire selling point of this game for me, a huge selling point, is the immersion. It's so visually immersive. Okay? Hit the deck, you guys. King Kai again with the $4.99 fiber. Great game, he says. Thank you, King Kai, and for the sub, you guys. What's up, DH? So the immersion in this game, top tier. So when you have like a stupid visual bug like that, it breaks the immersion. You get what I mean? Part 2 of why that sucks. This is a game where I'm walking around like the Renaissance Festival, right? And it's like totally in theme period, medieval. These ladies are walking around with their big boobies out and they're looking awesome in this game. And there's just like a big old seam across it. What? Come on, dude. Like the minute you walk up, that's immediately where you look because they've got cleavage anyway. And then there's a seam. The seam itself is pulling the, my eyes are up here. It's like my seam is up here. And it's just been like a year almost. Like, can you fix it? It seems it should be so easy. Anyway, it's like, I think it's bigger than a little nitpick at this point, but great game. Great game. Pop, pop. Thank you again, King Kai. Great game. Let me guys show you the update of the list. Okay, here we go. So on the top, game of the year. It's still empty. It seems easy. You get it? Number 2, empty. But we got 3. Kazan up in the top 3 spots so far. Damn, I didn't even expect that. I didn't even expect that. Okay. As we go down, we got Metal Gear. Delta. Followed by Oblivion Remastered. Followed by Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm still torn on this. Only because Monster Hunter did give me a new game. You know what I mean? I'm almost torn on both. Just because Monster Hunter at least gave me a new game. These are remakes. And so it's like, I'm not like against remakes, you know, but... What up, Triz? I'm gonna leave it for now, but just note that I'm still kind of on the fence here, dude. You know, like new game versus remake. You kind of want to give the new game some extra points, Lou. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then we go down a little bit more. We got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. God, I love the Ninja Gaiden games, dude. Man, I love those games. Death Stranding 2. Liza P. Mario Kart World. And that's it so far. So we're going to keep going. Kingdom Come. Where does it go? Let's see. Kingdom Come, Kingdom Go. Where does it go? It's going to be... I mean, it's better than these for sure. It's better than these for sure. Gotta say it. I don't know what's going to be in the 2 and the 1. We should almost be doing this differently. It's almost like we should have been putting the best one so far at the top and just continued to push them down. You know what I mean? That's like almost what we should have done. Just started at like the best, and then each one, if it beat it, it gets knocked down. But whatever. We're already going. I'm thinking 4. Maybe 5. Maybe top 5? What's up, Tembo? I'm thinking maybe 5. Yeah, I definitely agree, Mad Chit. Money back with the 2 in the chat. Night Rain is number 1. Well, listen, are all you Night Rain simps going to take me out for a day in Night Rain and show me the ropes so I know how to play, or what? Just kidding. I probably won't. Don't get your hopes up. All right. So let's go. That's top 5. Top 5, I really do think. I'm not kidding. I think Kingdom Come 2, top 5 of the year. Ambitious game. Very impressive game. Fun game. Made me laugh so many times. Just the Henry's dialogue and Hans Capone. It was good. It was good stuff, dude. Ninja Gaiden 4. Now, fuck that. Yakuza Pirates. Yakuza Pirates. Get ready for... Get ready for just completely unwarranted, just pointless hate, you guys. I hated this game. I'm not even kidding. I fucking hated this game. Dude, I did, okay? And let me just explain. This is one of those games, like... Yakuza, the Yakuza series, you can't hate on any of them because it's like if you're a Yakuza fan, pop out. Thank you, money back. If you're a Yakuza fan, it's like you have to be a fan of all of it or something, you know? And I guess I kind of get that. It's cool. Like, I'm glad you have a thing that you like. But like when I played Yakuza 0, it was dope. I really did like Yakuza 0 a lot. Okay? Very weird, unorthodox game, and it was sick. And then I played a little bit. No, actually, I played like pretty much the entire game off stream, by the way. Like a Dragon. I played like most of it. Okay? And even that, I was like, I like Ichiban, and it was dope, and I was digging it. Kind of on the same level as I was digging Yakuza 0, you know, in a lot of ways, for sure. And then so this comes out. Pirate Yakuza. And like, I guess the reason this hate is unwarranted is like, nobody expected Pirate Yakuza to be some great game, right? So it's not like I'm like trying to act like it was supposed to be some great game and it let me down. But at the same time, it was a game that came out this year and I bought it and we played it. And I bought it full price. I fucking hated this game. I legitimately hated this game. This might be one of, if not the only game I didn't finish in this list. It just felt exactly just like a Yakuza game with reused everything. It's like I'm in the same places as Infinite Wealth and Like a Dragon or whatever. But it's got like a pirate skin on everything. And then you can't even like freely go to these islands. It just like warps you to this open spot and you fight pirate. It sucked. I just hated it, dude. I hated it. The joke was lost on me. I don't give a shit that it's funny pirates. Hardy ha ha. Okay. Fucking 16. That's worse. That's the worst. That's the worst I played this year. Definitely. Definitely. And so just understand that I'm not some hater. I'm not like a loyal fan or some hater. I think Yakuza 0 was dope. Same with the other ones I said. Like a Dragon. Like a Pirate? No thanks. Yeah, that shit sucked. I was like cringing. I swear to God, I was like cringing through some of it, dude. Ugh. Not a fan. Not a fan, okay? Oh my God, you guys. This is getting tricky, huh? What shall we do next? Why don't we tackle Bonanza? You want to tackle Bonanza? Wait, did I put that somewhere? Yeah, on the bottom. I did. Okay. What about Donkey Kong Bonanza? Embrace the hate. What about Donkey Kong Bonanza? What do you rate this? How many bananas? Ooh, banana. This game was great. Okay, now, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you Mario Kart World was one of the best games of the year. Yo, Tay with the 10. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Tay. We ranking them, boys. Thank you so much, Tay. Very nice of you. Okay, Bonanza. Awesome game. Way better than Mario Kart World. I know this game gets a lot of hate. Just, you know, via Nintendo getting a lot of hate in general, right? And like, not a lot of people have a Nintendo Switch too. So this game is just kind of hated on. I get it, right? But dude, this game was so good. This game is just the epitome of fun, bro. It was just so fun. Every level was so fun. The game was like longer than I ever expected it to be. The levels just like going down into the core of the planet. I really did love it. I think this is like my favorite 3D platformer in recent memory, guys. It was so good. I even liked the whole way that you go from level to level being like the layers of the planet's core and you can see it on the map. I loved it. Loved all the destruction. It just never got old. It ran great the whole time. Super fucking fun. I love the redesign. Bop bop tay with the 1-2. I love the redesign. of Donkey Kong. I don't understand the haters. I'm sorry. Dude, sometimes, like, I'm in this weird spot, you guys. Because, you know, like, my demographic of, like, being a little bit older, right? It's like a lot of people in my crowd are like, don't want changes. It's like, I hate this redesign. I hate this remake or whatever. This Donkey Kong redesign is so good. He's so expressive. I love his facial expressions. It's just the best. I even saw people hating on the teeth. It's just way better. This Donkey Kong is so good. I loved this game. This is honestly one of my favorite playthroughs this year. Totally. Totally was. I love gameplay, guys. Tembo said it. Gameplay is king. Gameplay is king. And I just loved this game. It was so fun, dude. Beefy game, too. A lot of content. You know? Let's just go through it one by one. It's better than Pirates. It's definitely better than these. This is where it gets risky. I think it's like, where are you guys feeling about this? It's like, it's this game that exists in this weird spot because, like, do I think the game is so good that you should go buy a Nintendo Switch 2? Not really. That's a huge expense for this one game. But it's obviously the best game on the Switch 2 right now. You know what I mean? So it's like right now, it's like technically the console seller. But like, I don't know if it's worth it and warrants that. I don't know. I have a Nintendo Switch 2, and so I got this game, and it was sick, you know? I'm thinking for real. I don't know if I could put it above Kazan, dude. There's a part of me that, like, really, I could see that. I could see this even, like, this going here and this coming down. But this Kazan is just in my blood, you guys. It's just in my DNA. Henry shouldn't be crying. Henry's in the top 5, bro. Bro, if I did a poll on my channel, if you want to after, I already did, actually. I already did. Do a poll, put Game of the Year, and he gave you 4 choices. Put fucking Henry in there, he'll get 2%. Nobody will vote for it. I got him in the top 5 of the year. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Dude, how many people you see with that in the top 5? Come on. Anyway, Bonanza 4, I will say though, it is close. It's close between, dude, there's a lot of slept on stuff, I'm telling you, in KCD2. We got the music on right now and it's bringing me back, bro. Great soundtrack in KCD2, for real. Shout out to Hans Capon, dude. I know he likes to watch the stream, dude. Great performance. Anyway, they're just doing completely different things. Like, Bonanza and Kingdom Come 2 are the polar. There could not be more opposite games than Bonanza and KCD2. Hyper-realistic, painful to play, ridiculous endorphin brain candy. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave it there for now. Okay? That's where it's going to sit for now. Ooh! Bonana. What's next? Oh, man. We're getting down to the heaters. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Brandon. Uh-oh. What's going to happen next, guys? Just go with the flow, guys. We don't need to know where to go. Are you ready? Is it weird when I flip my camera like this? It's like you're seeing the same side of me, but it's like the camera's flipped. It's like a bizarro alternate dimension. Yo, what's up, Aiden? Aiden, Florida, 1, 2, 3, bro. What's up? Okay. I gotta say, out of the games that are left, it's some of my all-timers here favorites. Some. There's gonna be some angry ones. World Chambers again. Right? Actually, no, you know what we should do? Let's do what was it? I think it was this part. Oh, I love that song. This is one of the best gaming songs, you guys. I swear to God. How about this one? Well, here's the thing, Lou. Yeah, you say most of the chat should know my stance on some of this, but the minute that this isn't a live video anymore and it turns into a VOD, there's going to be random people that find it, and they're going to be like, let's see what this guy thinks. And they're going to be like, fuck this guy. So, I tell you what, let's start with Ghost of Yote. Let's start with Ghost of Yote. Is that fair, guys? Let's start with Ghost of Yote. Emma, I love your opinion, for real. That's why you guys are the best. Everyone's got some just nice, respected opinions in here, okay? Chris says, goated game. Trovio! What's up, our default? Who sneaked this in, he says? Bro, this is every game we've played this year. I snuck it in, because I played it. Because it doesn't need to be snuck in. This is a really good game. Okay? Obviously, we all know about the controversy leading up to this game. And this game coming out, and people, you know, a lot of people seemingly kind of just like wanting the game to fail. Driven by kind of like background political agenda stuff, you know, or moral agenda, whatever. I'm just talking about the games, right? That's all I care about, okay? I don't care about anything else. And so, this is one of those games, there's a handful of these games every year. It seems like there's more each year, though, okay? Last year was Harry Potter, I feel like, was a big one. But, like, a game will come out, a bunch of people decide that you shouldn't play it for XYZ reason. They get mad when people do. They want it to fail, you know, for various reasons. Now, cutting out all of the fat, all that shit, I'm just looking at it like, how does it stack up to Ghost of Tsushima? How's the game? This was a really good game. The people that were here for my playthrough know that I was blown away for the vast majority of this game. Genuinely, I was. I like a lot. I think this game, I'll say it again, dude. It should go without saying, by the way, we got a playthrough for every game that we're doing here. We've played through it all live. You can go back and look. But I was blown away, genuinely, for the vast majority of this game. It wasn't until maybe the latter half I started to stale a little bit. I think it's better than Tsushima. I played it on hard, and that might be why I liked it more, because I played Tsushima just on normal, you know, and it was a little easy. So hard made it more fun for me. I didn't do lethal. Good later. But I really liked this game more overall. I did. I really did. I just think they improved on a lot of the stuff that I enjoyed the most from Tsushima. Everybody likes to act like. Here's the thing. Everybody likes to act like, well, Ghost of Tsushima had this like phenomenal story and this purpose, and like Atsu, it's just like they're making a sequel for no reason, and it's not Jin, it's just some random woman so they could make a woman game. But like, bro, the story in Ghost of Tsushima is not that deep, okay? It's not bad, but it wasn't even what I liked the most about the game. I don't mind Jin Sakai and his story, and at the core, I like the conflict between like the whole shinobi ninja thing and the samurai thing, you know? I like that. And I did think it had a good payoff at the end with the uncle, for real. But like, it wasn't some groundbreaking storytelling. You know, it was honestly one of the weaker points of the game. the best points of the game for me was the graphics, the performance, the environments, and the visuals, and the sword play, and all that stuff, right? And like the cool respect for the genre, even how they had Kurosawa mode and all these things you could do. And like, that's what I liked the most, okay? Was like role playing as like a samurai guy. And that's why I think Ghost of Yotei is better overall. It is. Because they give you more tools and double down on the stuff to let you do what I just said. You can just do kind of cool, more immersive roleplay samurai, Ronin, wandering swords lady shit. It's just way cooler. The combat is more fun. It's better. I like the new weapons instead of the stances. I think that's better. You get a gun. You get guns in this game, which is dope. I didn't think it was perfect. I think the on-row howl thing was just kind of silly. I don't even think Atsu needs it, to be honest. I feel like they just gave it to you because like Jin had ghost stance, so then she needed something, but then she ends up getting it anyway. Whatever. So, but my point is, this game was really, really good. It has some of the sickest drip ever in these samurai games. Love the drip. Like Atsu as a character, she wasn't annoying, really, you know, contrary to what people might have you believe. None of that was that bad. But I will say, somewhere through the halfway point, like after we left the first area and we're going up to the next area, is when some of the cracks kind of started to show for me a little bit. The cracks being stuff that I think could have been improved being a sequel, okay? Stuff like, I wish they went full open world. They're making a sequel. And they kind of got this thing where it's siloed off in these regions that you can get to by traversing through them. I just wish it was full open. And I wish getting revenge on the Yotei 6 meant any order you want. Here they all are. We're going to commit to the open world variety thing and go do your thing. I wish they did that. And then the only other kind of complaint I do have, you guys, if I'm being real, is I kind of feel like they tapped into the same vibes of Jin's story a little bit too much. Let me tell you what I mean. It's like a very similar tale of just like inner conflict again. You know, like I want like Jin's was like, I don't want to do dishonorable stuff and dishonor the samurai way, but I also want to win the war for my people, even if I have to do dishonorable stuff. So I'm like conflicted, bro. Right? But then this game is like kind of a similar thing where it's like, I want revenge on the dudes that killed my parents, but like, do I really want revenge? Like that's bad. You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like they kind of just retreaded some similar vibes. Okay? That's all. And I just would have liked it. 3 things. I'll narrow it down. Number 1, go full open world. Let me kill the Yotei 6 at my own pace, in my own order. It would be better replay value next time I play it. You know, all that kind of stuff. Number 2, make Atsu cold-hearted fucking killer. Cold heart, bloody ass bitch. No remorse. I'm serious. And do every Yotei 6 takedown in some savage spaghetti western samurai film way. That would have done 2 things. Number 1, differentiated her from Jin. Whole different kind of story, okay? Kill Bill style, baby. Right? 2, I think it would have led to less people even questioning this new character because, yeah, it's like some new random woman character, but they like if they leaned into the savagery and the fucking hardcoreness of it, I think it could have been better. That's all. Those are the 2 things. And then number 3, the story thing. Yeah, don't make it, you know, halfway. I'm sad about revenge. Yeah, whatever. So I love the game. I did love the game. Had a great time with it. Had a great time with it, you guys. But I think it could have been a little better. You know, I still think it's the better game overall for the stuff that I like, you know. I think it's better than this. I think it's better than these. I think it's, oh, whoops, hold on. I think it's better than, oh Oh, shit's gonna need to start moving, guys. I don't think it's better than... I don't know if I think Yote is better than Kingdom Come. Is that insane? Is that wild? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's better than Kingdom Come. Yo, what's up, Jojo? Last of Us 2 type shit? I mean, it definitely wasn't on that degree. No. But, you know, like inching kind of towards it. Just inner feeling stuff. I don't know. Well, Talboy, if I listen to my heart, I feel like... Man, it's getting tough. Why don't we're going to have to start moving stuff around. How about we do that for now? How about we do that for now? Okay. Things are getting spicy, you guys. I'm getting just a little bit nervous about what's coming next. Pretty good? Metal Gear Solid was good. I mean, it's at number 6 right now. You decide, I guess. Okay, what's next? Oh, God. Are you ready? Should we just get the one out of the way? Should we get it out of the way, guys? Let's get it out of the way. I feel like I'm misleading people. Let's get this out the way. Type it in the chat. Where's it go? Where's it go? Now, I just want to say right out of the gate. What's up, Zeffy? I respect all y'all's opinion, okay? If this is your favorite game of the year, if this is your favorite game of all time, that's great, dude. What's up, Mahala? How are you? I respect that, okay? That's what's cool about games. We all like different games, okay? Guys, this ain't it. This ain't it. Now, it's hard to say this because I'm sure some of you have seen. There's just like pockets online that are like, you can't say anything bad about this game. And thankfully that's good because I don't have anything really that bad to say about this game. I didn't think this was a bad game at all. I didn't even think this was close to being a bad game. Okay? But I do not think this game is anywhere as good as the hype would lead you to believe. That's how I feel about this game. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff about this game. I think the game had a great soundtrack. I think the game had a lot of creative ideas. It had a lot of creative designs and colors going on. And like, I always love that kind of unique creativity. Okay? And just the whole kind of thing they're setting up with the painted world and the painters and all this. And like, I like the creativity. I did. And I actually really like the combat early on as well. You know, I'm not normally into the turn-based combat stuff as much. The most that I get into it is maybe like Final Fantasy Remake or Rebirth, where it's kind of like a hybrid. It's like turn-based, but kind of not. I actually liked this combat in Expedition 33. I did. I liked doing the parries, you know, because I love parries in games, parry systems. Like, I liked being able to do parries in real time during the combat and all that. But I gotta just say, dude, after we were like a week in or something, I just started just picking it apart. I just did not like this game as much as everybody else. I did not. But again, I don't have anything terrible to say about this game. I don't think it was a bad game. It's just one of those games that was like so incredibly hyped that by the time, I should also say, I didn't play it right away. I played it after a month or two. So I was like swarmed with the hype, you know? And so when I finally played it, I was like, I just did not meet the level of hype for me, guys. Yeah. I didn't even resonate. I didn't resonate with the story. I don't think it was for me, dude. You know? I didn't think it was for me, dude. Big sub hit the deck. For those that come after. So anyway, here's what I'll say about it. Good game. Honestly, good game. I don't think it's one of the best games of the year. I don't. I definitely don't think it's one of the best games of all time. Even at the beginning, spoilers for this whole video, by the way. Now that we're an hour in, hour and a half, but even moments, it was one of those games where like, I'm not even knocking the game as much as I'm just trying to paint, you know, pun intended, paint you a picture of kind of how I felt about this game. You know when you're playing a game and like something will happen where like this main character will die and like you get this vibe where you're like, oh, the game like really wants me to feel that right now, but I'm not feeling it. Like that was this game for me. That was this game for me. Like near the beginning when like that big reveal kind of happens and Gustav dies, I was just like, okay. And then there was like this other guy that just kind of looked like him. Dude, I don't know. I was not into it. Even though I did like a lot of the creative designs and a lot of the creative art and all this stuff. I just think there is kind of this, I don't know. I do think there is some level of hype surrounding this game to this degree where it's like some people are like just liking this game to fit in to some kind of degree, or at least like acting like it's the best game ever made. I don't think it is. It's good. It's not bad. It's not the best. Let's see where it goes. It's better than Pirates. How bad can it be? It's better than Pirates. Now remember, this is just my opinion. Now I'm going to get into that too, Emma. Somebody remind me what Emma said about the dev team being small when we get to Silksong. Okay? I have something to say about that for real, respectfully. So, it's better than fucking Goro Pirates. Look at my boy. What are they doing to my boy? He's a pirate. Goro Majima. Okay. Let's see. It's better than World. It's better than... Bro, I didn't like it more than Death Stranding. I think it's better than Mario Kart. I kind of think it's better than Mario Kart. I think we'll go like this. Is anybody disgusted? Are you disgusted yet? Are you disgusted yet? No, I didn't enjoy it more than Liza P. That's the thing, guys. This is hard because, like, there's a part of me that... Let me get your guys' opinion. I enjoyed playing these other games more based on my own personal taste and flavors, right? But there's a part of me that wants to put Expedition 33 higher just because I'm aware of the impact that it had. And I don't want to like understate that and be some kind of hater. Like I acknowledge that it had this big impact and it resonated with a bunch of people. So part of me wants to move it up because I acknowledge that, right? But the other part of me is like, but if I didn't enjoy playing it more than these, I shouldn't do that right now. Do you get what I mean? What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? You know? It's my list. Keep the list pure. Well, then it's going to stay there. I was at least immersed in it longer than Mario Kart World. I was enjoying it for the first few days at minimum, I guess. It's going at 12 for now. It's going at 12. Okay, guys. Top 3. What do we got? Well, not top 3. Last 3. We only have... Wow, we only got 3 slots left. Oh, man. What? How weird is it that Arc Raider... Let's do Ninja Gaiden 4. Let's do Ninja Gaiden 4. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm obviously more aware of it because I'm the channel. Ever since our playthrough of Ninja Gaiden 4 and our content that we put out and everything, we've received very mixed feedback of my opinions, okay? I mean it. But what's funny is it's the loud minority. And here's what I mean. Like, we did the review of this game after we beat it, you know, and I loved this game. I really do. Okay? Like, more than you think, I think. And I love this game. And so on the video and the content talking about it and stuff, there'll be tons of comments of people that are like, you're crazy. You are smoking crack, bro. Right? But then if you go look, if you really go look at like the like to dislike ratio, it's like 30 loud people versus like over 1,000 or more like people that agree. I'm just talking about likes, not even views and comments. So like, I think it's this loud minority. I do. Okay. Because a lot of people that either just don't disagree or don't care, they'll just kind of watch or, you know, whatever and move on. It's typically the people that are like mad and disagree that stop to leave the comment. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm getting at is there's a lot of Ninja Gaiden purists that despise this game. And you know what? I think Richard Walter makes a great point. Smoking crack or not, it does not have anything to do with whether or not I'm right or wrong. That's a great point, buddy. So anyway, there's a lot of purists. Ninja Gaiden purists. Now, I was already aware of this, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be leading into 4, okay? And there's just groups of people that like really just think Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2 specifically are like the best. And that anything other than that is just not my Ninja Gaiden game. Not my Ninja Gaiden. It's not even Ryu. What? It's not my Ninja Gaiden. And I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking over that shit. This is the best Ninja Gaiden game. We said it then, I'll say it now. If you take everything into consideration, the music, the combat, the bosses, everything, it's the best overall. Rose-tinted glasses, motherfucker. Rose-tinted glasses. I'm not saying that Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 on the Xbox or whatever, like that, I'm not saying they're not good. They're awesome. But if you go back and play it, there are rough patches, bro. Rough patches that this game has smoothed over in many fucking ways. Like bosses. Best Ninja Gaiden game. Best Ninja Gaiden game. Music was absolutely fucking aggressive and just power metal. Dope. Bosses are better than any of the other Ninja Gaiden games. Level design kind of sucked, but I didn't give a shit. Combat is better than any of the other Ninja Gaiden games. I don't give a shit. If it's not the same kind of combat for whatever fucking reason, it's better. Okay? Platinum Games, Team Ninja, knocked it out of the park. Okay? This game was like a fucking 8-ball to the face. It was the best. The best. Okay? Loved this game. Loved this game. Y'all sound like old men yelling at Cloud, bro. This game is the shit. And then people were calling the new guy, what's his name again? They were calling him a femboy. What the fuck is femboy about him? Just the bleached tip? Like, is that it? Come on. You're gonna have to do better than that. He was badass. Yakumo. Yakumo was dope, dude. Loved it. Not perfect. It still needs to improve in the ways that the old Ninja Gaidens need to improve, right? Environments and some of that stuff, but like, fucking best one. Best one, okay? Way better than all this shit. Way better than all this, okay? Way fucking better. I can't. Oh! What's next? The whole list got to come down, guys. Hold on. Whole list got to move down a bit. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. This list got to move, guys. Yeah, move it down. This is not going to work here. We got to move these down, dude. Like, hold on. Hold on. Get this out of here. Let me see what I'm working with. Move everything down. I got to be honest. Even between Kazan and Ninja Gaiden, I am divided. I am divided! I am a man divided. I'm not even kidding. These are both like fucking just absolute eaters of games, you guys. Man, that's the toughest one so far. Yotei over Berserker? No. If Yotei stuck the landing and did the things I said, then yeah. I'm gonna do it. I think we'll like Berserker gave me more content. Way better bosses. New IP. These are all the positives. Big boobas as well. I just can't, I don't know, man. I can't like ignore the absolute hype that is the return of Ninja Gaiden by Platinum Games. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm just too much of a fan of Platinum Games, dude. Like, this is where we're going to leave it for now. I just think it was too hype. It's just too hype, dude. I felt like Frank Reynolds in Always Sunny when he's in that shack in like Colombia with all the white, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like, that's like what that whole game playthrough felt like. Insane. Yeah, Kazan's bosses are way better. Yeah. I know. Let's just keep moving and see how we feel. Oh, dude. I didn't think it was going to get this tricky by the end. Hold on. Where does Ark... Let's talk about this. Where does Ark truly belong? Where does Ark truly belong? Because... You know, let's do Ark first. Let's talk Ark. Let's talk Ark, okay? Now, what an interesting case this is. I'm going to tell you where I'm at with Ark, okay? Where does Ark go in your PS5? Exactly. Ark is very, very good. Okay? Emma nailed it, but hold on. Arc is very good. Surprisingly good. In ways that I think some people from the outside are kind of sleeping on. This is more than just like another extraction shooter. It is. It's all the things combined in this game that make this game one of the most unique, fun, freshest experiences of the year. Okay? It's the graphic style and aesthetic, the immersion in this like gritty, post-apocalyptic, sci-fi, like retro 70s sci-fi vibe is so fucking unique and fresh. The sound design is absolutely goated, bro. The AI enemies, if this was a single player game, I would have played through the whole game. Even as it is now. The enemies are so fun to fight. They're so smart and cool. They remind me of like Half-Life 2 style shit. I love how the physics interact with them and you got to aim for certain stuff. Like there's like a skill involved. And then as I played the game more, the PvP has become more fun. Because you're caring less about losing the good stuff because you can just craft the good stuff. So like, I love the PvP. I love how the flare shoots up in the air. I love the teamwork and the community aspect in some of this game, especially the solos. I just really feel like this game is the best multiplayer game of the year. If this was a list of only multiplayer games, for me, this is at the top. It's at the top. Dude, I can't downplay how fun this has been. I mean, I've been playing it off stream with the homies too. It's very fresh, very unique, man. I love everything about it. Even the music, what little there is cool. I just want more. And I really do think that they have built this interesting formula, you know, where the AI is so dangerous, but even the way that, you know, they'll give away other players' locations and stuff, and like the way that once you get used to the Arc robots after like 15, 20 hours, which is fun, a fun 15 and 20 hours, by the way. Once you get past that, then it's kind of like you're thinking about the other players in PvP more, and then the robots take on this whole other role. They're kind of like in the background, but they're like interrupting fights in PvP fights or giving people away. I don't know, dude. I just really, really, really like it. And it feels like they've built this thing that if they keep it going, it could be really sick. If they keep some of this PvE stuff going, balanced with the PvP, keep giving us new content, new maps, new Arc bots, all that stuff. I just feel like this game slaps. This game fucking slaps. Yes. The style of it. I'm not even kidding. Even the dope little fucking logo, retro logo, it's sick. The whole package is sick. The proxy chat situations in this game, it's so good, okay? It's so good. And I think one of the best things is that it brought the extraction shooter formula to people that really haven't tried it that much, right? Because like it's hard to get into games like well, these aren't even extractions, but like games like Rust and DayZ, like it's hard to get into those permanent loss games where you lose your gear when you die. Or Escape from Tarkov, that extraction shooter that takes like so much to get into. It brought the whole concept to like, you know, the employed, if you will, right? And I just think it's dope. I love it. I love everything about it. And the only thing that makes it hard to decide on Arc is how is it going to last? I'm worried if I put Arc in the top spot and they don't follow through with updates good, or it falls apart, or who knows, right? Then it's like, did I really want to pick it as the game of the year? Right? But goddamn, what a beef of content they give you right away too. $40 game, about 30 hours just to get through the missions, even if you're playing solo. Let's walk through it. Okay, it's definitely better than Pirates. Better than all this. It's better than this. It's better than this. It's better than this. Better than this. It's just better than this. It is. It is. It's unique. It's better than this. I'm even like begrudgingly going to put it above these. And that is weird for me, guys. Because I like these kind of games more than shooters like this. For sure. You know that. So the fact that I'm putting it above games like this is crazy. That's how unique I think it is. It's dope. Okay. So, well, that leaves just one. Leaves just one. You know, what do you guys think about this one? What do you guys think? Secret tunnel! Here's the thing, okay? At the end of the day, I've said this to you when we were playing a lot of these games, when we were talking about Game of the Year. When we look back at 2025, what is the game, like, 5-10 years from now, and we're like nostalgic, like, oh yeah, 2025. What was the best game that year, right? Like, what would come to mind right away, And even though there's a lot of games in this list that are obviously great games, I feel like there's got to be one that comes to the front of your mind that encompasses the 2025, right? And that's why I think Arc Raiders is close, because it was kind of a phenomenon, and I'm playing with friends too, and it's like a whole new thing. I think it's close, and it could be a contender, a lot of these could be, if you look at it that way. But like, for example, if I love Metal Gear Delta, sure. But I'm not going to look back at 2025 and go, oh yeah, that's the year Metal Gear Delta came out. You're going to know it's the year Silk Song came out, okay? And I've seen so many mixed takes on this game. Like, not to be like that. Obviously, the vast majority of people love this game, I think. Rightly so. But there's some people that think that this game, if it ends up sweeping the awards I've seen, they think that it's just because we've been waiting for this game for so long that it just deserves it automatically or something. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. And so we'll spend the rest of this just telling you why before we give a once-over of the list, okay? But here's the thing. I was not some diehard Hollow Knight fan. We just played Hollow Knight on the channel. I had played it once, like a couple years back, and then we played it once more before Silk Song recently. Like, I did not play Hollow Knight way back. Meaning I have not been sitting here waiting for Silksong at all. Like, if anything, it was more like Silksong is going to come out. Let's play through Hollow Knight and get ready kind of stuff, you know? And I obviously really like Hollow Knight too. I don't even normally like 2D platformer Metroidvanias. I'm new to the genre and I'm not normally drawn to them. Big 2D maps and all this, you know? I don't know. Dude, this game gets the added bonus. I'm getting ahead of myself. My point is, I was not waiting for this game for 7 years like many people were. I'm not blinded by waiting for this game for 7 years. I'm not. I'm just truly not. I came in fresh, okay? And so, I don't think that's part of, I think I can dismiss that as like, that's not a good take, okay? Bottom line about this game is even someone like me that is not into this genre particularly, I was so pulled into this game. Big sub, guys, get low. I was so pulled into this game. I was trying to tell you guys all the way through. We played it forever. It was a long playthrough. But like, I don't think since Elden Ring has there been a game that pulled me into this weird, mysterious lands since Elden Ring. And it's 2D. I'm fucking serious. It was like every day we would just turn it on and just find somewhere else and some crazy stuff. And all of the artwork is so good. The backgrounds and the detail is like so incredibly good. And the music, like we're hearing right now, is, for me, it's probably the best soundtrack of the year. Yeah, I think it's better than, I think it's better than Claire. I do. And so this game, for $20, let's go through everything. Let's go through everything. This game had people waiting for like 7+ years. Okay? And then just comes out randomly and goes, it's out in 2 weeks. I gotta go rest my big nuts. Sorry, bye. It's out in 2 weeks. Epic. Shook the world, right? And then it comes out, and dude, it just had me completely gripped. All the way through. The music, the art, the bosses and the fighting, and just having fun with the chat and discovering things. I just loved it. I loved how the world felt more alive than Hollow Knight. I loved that the colors were just way more than like blues and grays with some green. It was like all these different intricately designed areas and colors and vibes, and I just loved it, okay? For $20. For $20. We played nothing but this game for what, 2 or 3 weeks? And the fact that even the people in the chat that didn't love this game, like Lou, are saying things like Secret Tunnel, like the memes that immediately came out of this game. Legendary game. Hornet is a legendary character. I loved this from start to finish. Did not get tired of it at all. The only thing I wonder is if I'll play it again. Like when and if I'll play it again. But that's only because I put so much time into one playthrough that I'm just done with it right now. So I just feel like there's a lot of great games this year, you guys, you know. But if I look back, if you asked me in 5 years to remember 2025 and I looked at a list of games, there'd obviously be so many bangers, but dude, you know, I've been turning on this soundtrack. I haven't forgotten the characters that we've met on that adventure and how I felt finding some of these areas and these chill smoke spots and these little hidden secrets. I loved it. I think they just sat there and cooked with this game so hard for 7 years And it's an absolute labor of love. And this is why I wanted to say one more thing. And I don't mean this to be specific shade towards Expedition 33, okay? But obviously, one of the big selling points of Expedition 33 or talking points, I should say, is that it had a dev team of 33 people only, you know? And I'm not going to go into all the details now, okay? But like when we were playing that game and then I started looking stuff up and getting into it, it's like one of those things, dude, where it's like true and it's not true. And I'm not like taking anything away from the game. It's great. It's a great game and it's impressive what they've made with their team. But it's one of those things where it's like a core dev team of 33 people, but then hundreds of people that they're outsourcing work to work on parts of the game. And so of course it makes like such a good press package, you know, indie team of 33, you know, and like I get it. It is a core team of 33. And it's not to slant anybody else that worked on it, that are these people that were outsourced. They all did a great job. But if I'm going to give a game accolades for something like that, why would I not give those accolades to Silksong, which is fucking literally 3 people? Literally. And then voice actors and, you know, the other stuff. Literally. You know? Well, it is a core dev team of 33 people. But there was tons of outsourcing work. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to look up what jobs. But, you know, stuff like the actual stuff, like character designs and like other stuff like that, I'm pretty sure like they outsourced a lot of stuff. And they should be proud anyway, because that is an immense undertaking of a collaborative project of people coming together and making something sick. And it worked out. But all I'm saying is if we're trying to ride the hype train of like this small team that does something incredible, bro. 3 people. 3 people, okay? And this is the true example, the truest, I should say, example of that. This just feels like an absolute labor, not to take anything away from the other games in the list. You know, not like they aren't. This just feels like a total labor of love, just complete work of art. From the visuals to the sounds and the music, I just loved it. Pashanka, shout out to Seth, the Eternal Guard. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that playthrough. Legendary playthrough on this channel. Okay? So that's where I'm at, guys. I know there's going to be some people that disagree, but just remember, that's part of the fun, is that we've got different opinions, okay? And I might even wake up tomorrow and have a different opinion if I looked at this. You know what I mean? But just going through it now, I feel pretty solid about it. Yo, Towboy, with the 5 in the chat, please, may I get a... Thank you, bro. I think it looks solid, though. Arc Raiders squeezed in at the end. This is the only one. If you want my full insight here, this is the only one here, I think, Arc Raiders, that really has the potential to come up or down. Because it squeezed in right at the end of the year. Right at the end of the year, bro. You know? So if a couple months go by and they're not doing much, you know, this might go like this. Alternatively, if a couple months go by and it just becomes immensely better, it might even come up there. Who knows? Like, but right now, I feel like it left enough of an impact on me to have the 2 spot. Yeah, it did. And then Kazan and Ninja Gaiden, this is another toss-up. Part of me wants to give it to Kazan because, you know, new IP, fresh blood. But I can't ignore the hype of the comeback, dude. I want to see what 5 will be, bro. I hope it's Platinum Games again. So, and then all the rest of this I feel pretty confident in. I kind of wished... Bop, bop. Thank you, Towboy. I kind of wish that King Henry here would have made it into the top 5. Which, honestly, that's close, too. I could even see Bonanza. Man, that's even close. I might do that. It's one of these. You could go 5 or 6 with Bonanza and Kingdom Come. I almost want to get King Henry in the top 5. But that's where I'm at, guys. That's my list. Yeah, the year's not over yet. We've still got Where Winds Meet. And maybe something else? I'm not sure. I'm glad that some of you like it. Solid list. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Emma. I hope none of you guys feel rejected. Other than Pirates, all 7 of you Pirates fans, you can feel as dejected as you want. That game is whack, bro. I wish I didn't buy that game, okay? It's like the only game here I wish I didn't buy, to be honest. Seriously, like I'm down giving 33 money, you know? I wish I didn't buy Pirates, dude. Waste of money. All right. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Good deal, early one today. We finished our list. We've ranked the games of the year. I hope something else does squeeze in and make us change our mind, but we'll see. We'll have to see. We might not be streaming tomorrow, but we might. I can't tell yet. I got to see what the schedule is like tomorrow. And if we do, I don't know what we'll do yet, because we're like in between right now. We got to figure out what to do. I do kind of think I want to check out Where Winds Meet, but we got to talk about it. We got to see, okay? That comes out on like the 14th. It's like 2 days away. That's why we're in a weird spot. Yeah, but you guys join the Discord. Links in the chat. All right? I will see you next time. Same time. Same place. Just start a new list. Adios, guys. Thanks for everything, all the donos and everything. You're the best, Membos. Adios. It's been a hell of a year for sure.